for every one human cell, there are 9 cells that are other, that occupy our microbiome, both inside and outside of our skin. Isn't that crazy? And I think this is true, right? There's this really thin space between what is self and what is other when you really consider that, right? And I think that you see this reflected in exactly what you said. When we put our hands in the earth, in the soil, that's 1 billion microorganisms per single teaspoon of soil, miles of mycorrhizal fungi in a single shovelful, 10 billion viruses in 1 teaspoon. And so that desire to put your hands in the soil or in shit, which is also very microbially rich, is a desire to strengthen the human organism that is mostly other. And those others are doing so much for us. And I think that this is really easily illustrated when we think about a ruminant. So when we think about an animal like a cow, a bison, an elk, a deer, a sheep, a goat, these are all ruminants. And they have this 4-chambered stomach that is very different than ours. We're monogastric animals. We just have one stomach. And inside of their stomach, inside of their rumen fluid, are 150 billion microorganisms per single tablespoon of rumen fluid. And these microorganisms form a symbiotic relationship where they actually create the enzyme that allows these animals to digest grass. And so it is out of relationship that digestion happens, that they are able to create biomass from grass, able to live, able to have more aliveness. And the same is true for us. We have gut bacteria that produce things like vitamin K, different B vitamins that interact with our vagal nerve and help to activate our parasympathetic nervous system. And so this is always happening in that sense of community. And even down to the adenosine triphosphate, the ATP that powers our cells, right? It's thought that that is produced in mitochondria in animals or chloroplasts in plants. And that's an ancient relationship where bacteria was engulfed by another cell. And it was so beneficial that it survived over billions of years. And so this is all happening in relationship. And to bring it back around, we were talking about Francis Weller, and I think that there is this sense of initiation that's happening. I was listening to the episode you released yesterday, where we're all feeling this sort of sense of breakup, this sense of grief, this sort of diaspora between us and place, that there's a lot of learning that's happening within that, but so is this longing to come back and to be a part of place and community in so many different ways, both at the microscopic and the macroscopic level.